Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. Let's begin. We're going to begin by talking about your professional identity. As you embark on this adventure, you're going to start seeing a shift in your professional identity. Before, you might have just gone through the mundane life of nursing. By the end of this program, you're going to start noticing how your role has shifted as you start seeing the incorporation of theory and research into your professional practice. To begin, we're going to start with learning theories. Learning theories are very important as they allow you to comprehend what information is coming at you. Now, the difference between learning theories, adult learning theories, is normally it comes with its own prior knowledge. So you have experience that comes in, that you bring in with you. For example, my mom has had type 1 diabetes my entire life. So when I joined nursing school, I came in with the prior knowledge of what I knew from nursing school. Now, as I sat in my nursing classes, I was able to get new knowledge on diabetes, and then I was able to maybe shift points of view that I had before. Instead of seeing it from a daughter's perspective, I was able to see it from a nurse's perspective, and it also allowed me to transform what I knew. So I had these kind of maybe preconceived notions when I came into nursing school, and nursing school kind of helped me envelop what diabetes truly was, more at the pathophysiological level, at the pharmacological level, and really allowed me to transform based on different adult learning theories. You're going to be doing this throughout your program. Nursing practice is made up of 3 significant facets, okay? Theory, research, and practice. I call them the nursing scholarly triad. It's just my own coined term. I don't think I've ever seen that used, but you can't have one without the other. So, theory is a very broad and generalized concept, and it's usually tested through research and applied through practice, okay? Now, it solidifies the profession, and it brings in more solid, the way it solidifies the practice is it brings in a knowledge base, like a growing base of knowledge. And everything is tied together. As you develop your role as a nurse, as a BSN prepared nurse, you're going to start seeing how you're incorporating theory without even knowing it, how you're incorporating research now without maybe really thinking about it like you did in the past. So originally our profession was based on trial and error. We gave it a try, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't work. As our profession has grown, the science and the art behind it has come in and allowed us to research our findings so that we can define what interventions are best for our patients. And they come in different ways, and we're going to be learning more about that in research. Let's see. So, nursing as a profession has a certain level of authority. That authority is based on the relationships that we develop. We have this trust, this innate trust from our patients that exists, that we didn't actually maybe even put there, but they come in, our patients come in with it. It's almost like they have this trust because they're going through this worst time of their life and they need someone to rely on, and we're usually that person. That trust exists because, first of all, we are experts in our field. We advocate for safety and quality. We have a level of professional competence and a collaborative relationship with colleagues. So we have this level of authority based on those aspects. As you move through this program, you're going to learn that community is going to become a bigger picture in your program as you're looking through the decks from the Texas Board of Nursing, and as you're starting to incorporate the American Nurse Association Code of Ethics, as you're starting to incorporate Healthy People 2030, as you start incorporating the Institute of Medicine, the future of nursing, and as you start incorporating the Nurse Practice Act, you're going to start seeing how a BSN prepared nursing in their role shifts from strictly patient care to more of a communal, systemic care and role, okay, as the BSN prepared nurse. In order to have a profession, you have to have a standard of practice, okay? This standard is guided by a code of ethics. This is what we're all going to follow. Nurses have a code of ethics, and this was developed by the American Nurses Association, and these are based on the fact that nurses will have ethical practice, they'll have professional values, they'll have personal values, practice values, and they'll develop interdisciplinary collaborative relationships. And these will help us uphold these ethical behaviors and allow our profession to continue to become the most trusted profession. Here's an example of the ANA Code of Ethics. I highly recommend you will be going through the Code of Ethics, and the beauty of it is the American Nurse Association actually has not only a code of ethics, but interpretive statements. The reason this is important is because your employer is expecting that as a BSN prepared nurse, you're going to know where those code of ethics are, how to understand those code of ethics, and how to apply those code of ethics. Nursing as a profession, and all professions, develop a professional culture, whether it be through formal groups or informal groups. So you have formal groups, which is systemically, maybe you're part of a committee or an organization within your facility where you work. Maybe you're part of a scholarly institution, like a higher education institution, like Galveston College. Maybe you're part of a professional organization. Maybe you've joined the American Emergency Nurse Association or the Texas Nurse Association. So you have these different professional organizations, and they allow us to have peers, and peers give us guidance, they give us opinions, and they help us, it's opinions from experts in the field, and they help us develop what's known as peer feedback. And you're going to be hearing a lot about peer reviewed, and that's what that is taking those expert opinions of peers and putting them into use. All right. Professionalism in nursing is based on seeking high quality, communication, leadership, collaboration, maintaining evaluation, because that's part of our nursing process, resource allocation, and maintaining a healthy nurse environment. We have competing schedules as you come back to school. I'm just going to tell you right now, school will always be scary and overwhelming. I am in school currently. I know, I'm speaking from experience. I'm just telling you, every single time I look at an assignment, I'm like, I'm freaked out. It's because your sole focus isn't on school. You have a current work schedule. You have a current school schedule. You have individual responsibilities. Maybe you have pets to care for. Maybe you have family members to care for. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have a husband. Maybe you have all these other things that you're part of that are kind of carried into what you're doing, and that can be quite challenging. But don't worry. I'll give you some help, okay? Now, Dr. Martin Luther King said the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. He was such a smart, intelligent man. Another smart, intelligent man is George Washington Carver. He said education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. It helps with the learning domains, which are cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Cognitive is knowledge. It's all the information that you acquire. Affective is how it affects us in an emotional form. And psychomotor is that skill, that application that we go to use. All right. Now, as you start to go through this program, you're going to learn that time management is going to be your friend, okay? As you have all those competing entities for your time, you need to make sure that you have an organization, that you know your personal learning style, that you're not going this direction when it doesn't work for you, that if this direction works, you're following that direction, that you have set up daily and weekly tasks that need to be accomplished. Maybe instead of taking on a paper in one day and making it a 12-hour day, you take it in bite-sized chunks where you write a paragraph or two this one day, a paragraph or two this day. Maybe you focus on developing all the research you need one day, taking a couple of hours or an hour to do that. But all of that equates to your personal success. You can do this, and I know I can help you. And here's a list of references.